Hi, SkyTwiz here again. Aren't you lucky? 2 videos in one day. That's assuming I'll get them uploaded tonight. After doing the Munchkin board game, card game review, I thought I'd show you a game that I've been playing with the girlfriend and kids on and off for the last couple of months. Again, it's another board game. Another one with a bit of difference. This one is called Tokaido. Now this is the deluxe version, so in the standard version you don't get such a big box. This was an expensive buy. This is like £60 or so, which, yes, okay, if you're looking at Monopoly, Cluedo, £60 is expensive for a board game. Well, I thought I'd do an unboxing video of this one because I quite like it, and I'd like to show you what you're getting for your money. So Tokaido, I think it's a French based company, Funforge. I said this is the deluxe version. Quickly what you get on the back, you get your board, there's lots of counters, a few cards and that, but to be honest the gameplay is very simple. Besides getting a nice board and everything else in here, the figures and that, you also get the expansion pack called Crossroads. We haven't played that yet, but it adds another dimension to the game. So, what exactly is in the box? I said it's a nice big box, rule book. Now, it looks quite complicated, quite a lot of pages. But to be honest, it's not that difficult. You've got page of setup, page explaining each of the characters that comes in the game. That's actually that page. So you pick a character to play, and each one comes with a special ability that may aid you in the game, and that's all one page explains. Another page that explains the cards, what you do with the cards, and again, because there's some individual ones, they're in this. So the rules itself are fairly simple. You move down the board, you go to a spot on the board, you pick the relevant card that you land on, and whatever that card is, you can play, you get a bonus, blah blah. At the end of the day, you get from start to finish, and even if you finish first, it doesn't mean to say you've won. It's a points based game, so it's the person at the end of the game, once everyone gets there, total up the points, the person with the most points wins. So it's not as complicated as that looks, at least the basic version. Myself, we haven't played the expansion yet. You have the board, and this board folds out. It's a very long board. Looks really nice, I've got to say. Now this is based, the game itself, on a trip in Tokyo, in Japan. I'll get it right because it's in here somewhere. Or at least I thought it was. So, the prestigious Tokaido, which is a road in Japan. There's nothing actually in here that tells you the history of it, but there was something somewhere. Yeah, here we go. Tokaido was a road which links the cities of Edo, modern day Tokyo, with Kyoto. So you start at Edo, even though it's not named on here, and travel to Kyoto. And actually I would say that probably the Japanese characters that are on each start and finish line mean Edo and Tokyo. Kyoto, sorry. So you're playing Japanese characters, you all start here at the first inn, and you finish at the last inn. It's a straight road, but you have all these different stations on it. The good thing about this game is there's no dice involved. Everyone sets up here randomly at the start, and it's actually the person who is in last place always gets to go first. So there's a bit of tactics to be played when you're moving along the board. Do you jump ahead? Because you can move as many spaces between these inns, and that's what the little food places, the ones with the big things are. These are inns. You basically play the game board in segments, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can only move from there to there. You have to wait until everyone gets here, then you go from there to the next one, wait till everyone gets there, move on. but you can move one space, you can move two spaces, you can move from the first in to last in if you want to. But as you're moving along, like I said, whoever's in last place always gets to go first. So if you've got two people in front of you, do you jump those two people and miss a go? Or if there's a space behind them, do you just jump into that space behind them, grab whatever points that you can, and then you get to go again because you're still last. The stations themselves, you have on here shops, temples, encounters where you meet other travellers. You have scenic views where you get to paint a view. You've got the bank, you get extra money. You have a bar, a spa bath where you can actually get extra points, and then you get onto your inns at the end of each turn. Across the top, you have your scoring tracker. So you can see you start from 0 and end up at 100 points. But as I said, it's the person with the most points that wins, not the person who gets to the end first. And even if you're in the front here, because of some of the final bits you do at the end of the game once everyone's finished, to add up points, you may not actually win. You've then got places to put your cards. You've got a temple tracker where you put coins for when you're donating to the temples. In the bottom corner you've got your scenic markers. Now, because this is the deluxe version, there's two sets of each type of card on the whole. That's because it's also laid out for the Crossroads expansion, as we haven't got. Also in the box is a CD, purely Japanese style music, so you can have this playing in the background while you're playing the game, a bit of atmosphere. For some reason there's an empty, just a box that contains nothing, and then you have a nice little tray which allows you, must be that one, allows you to store all your bits so they don't roll around too much. You can see there's little figures, and these are the characters that you play on the board. As you can see, they come unpainted, but I have tried to paint one. Now, because of the size and the detailing on some of these, it's not fantastic detailing. Yeah, because of the size, there's not a lot of detail on there. They're I wouldn't say a hard, they're not resin, they are definitely a plastic. It's not really hard, but they are nice little figures, and each one is represented in a set of cards here, which each player picks. So when you start the game, you randomly pick 3 cards blind like that, have a look at them, pick which character you want, and we'll go into these in a bit, and then find the relevant character. You've also got a bag of meeples. For people who don't know what they are little little wooden counters in the shape of a person. These are used in various games, board games, not just as tokens, because in the standard version you get these, you don't get these. There is a dice. This is gambling dice. This is only used in Crossroads version. Again, we haven't gone around to playing that yet, but it's basically a bonus modifier. You have little score trackers. In this case, they're shaped like little backpacks. So they go across the board. You have your colour counter. That goes on the bottom of each figure quite nicely. Nice way of identifying who's got which figure. And corresponding to that are little little cardboard tokens that sit in the hole there, so you know what colour you are. Nice easy way of tracking who's got what figure. Again, as you can see here, there's various cards. The artwork on these is fairly nice, fairly simple and cartoonish for things like the food and the encounters, but at the same time the scenic ones are actually, they go together to produce nice little scenes. Nice artwork. Card quality is a little bit flimsy for these, very thin But so far we haven't damaged any or lost any. Got bonus cards. You do get some slightly thicker cards. These are the expansion ones for Crossroads. Like I said, these ones add bonuses and that to the game that you don't get in a standard game. There's also a nice little bag, as you can hear, metal. These are the currency in the game, based on Japanese coins, and they are actually, it's nice to have metal rather than plastic coins for this. And then we come to the actual character cards. Like I said, you pick them. Along the bottom is the sort of bonus you get. In the top, how many coins you start out. So every traveller can start out with some coins. You can see this little old lady starts off with 4. This guy actually gets nothing to start with. Yeah. We have, I think there are a couple of blank ones in case you lose any. I believe these are the Crossroads cards, and these, can't get them in. These are your standard ones you're playing. Like you see, there's quite a few different characters you can pick. So, onto the game itself, onto the gameplay. Like I said, you start in, and you travel across the board, and each thing gives you something. Each place you stop at gives you a bonus or whatever. Now, it's hard to explain without playing the game, really, but we've had a lot of fun with this. Things like this character here, his bonus at the bottom is every time he stops at a temple, you can donate 1 coin, 2 coins, 3 coins. The more coins you donate, the more points you get. I think it's up to a maximum of 3. But at the end of the game, the person with the most coins at the temple also gets a bonus of 10 points. So you've got to think to yourself, do I stop at a temple? Do I give 1 coin, which gives me a point straight away, and hope that at the end of the game, if I keep stopping at temples, I'm going to win, I'll get an extra 10. But that means I'm spending money, and somehow I've got to get that money back later on in the game, because I can't buy things, I can't pay for meals and that. Well, this character allows him to actually donate an extra coin from the bank. So as long as he gives 1 coin, the bank will give a coin. So he can actually raise up his temple donations quite quickly. We have a salesman. You stop at shops, you pick 3 cards, and you can buy any of the items in those. Oh, let's try and find the cards for the shop. There we go, these are the items. So you pick 3 cards. Each card is worth a number of coins at the bottom, so this one's worth 1, that one's worth 3. If you happen to be this traveller, you pay 1 less coin for each thing, to a minimum of 1 coin. So if you end up with one that's 3, you only have to pay 2 coins for it. But the addition is, when you buy these things, each one's got a little unique identifier on here. You get 1 of each type. So in this case, what looks like a fan, what looks like an idol, sushi rolls, so food. Once you get 4, so 1 of each type, you get a bonus to your points at the end of the game for every set you have. And also, if you get, as you're going along, if you get 1, then the next one in the set, then the next one you get 1 point, 3 points, 5 points, 7 points. If you just keep getting the same type, you'll only get 1 point. So stopping at shops, there's a decision there to be made. You can stop at the spas, and these are just basically, there's only 2 types of cards. You stop at a spa, you get a 2-pointer or 3-pointer. Again, at the end of the game though, the person who stopped at the most spas gets a bonus set of points. Once you've done that, you've got encounter cards, which I'm just looking for. These ones, so people you meet on the way. This guy gives you a bonus 3 coins. This one allows you to pick 1 scenery card. This girl donates coins to a temple. So you come across these people, you stop at your counters, you take your counter card. One of the characters is allowed to have 2 counters cards and pick which one he wants. And again, at the end of the game, the person with the most encounters gets a bonus set of points. But they'll also give you things as you're going along. You also have, like I said, the scenery stops where you pick up a forest scene, which is made out of 2 cards. A water scene, which is made out of like 3 cards. They go together like that sort of thing. And a mountain scene, which is made out of 4. You can only collect 1 of each, so you can only have 1 and 2 of your forest. You don't start a second set. Once you've got the set, that's it. But again, there's bonuses, so the person who gets a set of forest cards straight away, once you've got your set, you get a 3-point bonus. Once you get your mountains, the first one to get mountains gets a 3-point bonus. So do you stop along the way trying to get these forest sets? Does somebody else try to stop you by getting their set first? Gets a bonus. When you stop at the inns, the first person who arrives at an inn draws as many food cards as these ones as there are players plus 1. So if you've got 4 players, you draw 5 cards. You then get to pick which of these food cards you want. So say I've picked these 5 because we've got 4 players. I get to look at them. The cost is then coins, so I can pick the cheapest one. I get 6 points straight away, but all food cards are worth 6 points. But the idea here is that I pick the cheapest one, leave the expensive ones behind, because these are the meals that everybody else has to then pick from. You don't draw another set of cards, they get the leftovers. Then, at the end of the round, when the last person's at the inn, they may be left with the most expensive food item. If they haven't got the money, they can't buy it, they don't get the 6 points. At the same time, each inn you stop at, when you pull the food, you are not allowed to have the same type of food you've already eaten. So in this case, if I've had a donburi, the next time I go to an inn, I'm not allowed to have a donburi at any of the inns. So if I pick the cards by the time I got to the 4th inn and I've had all the meals, again, I won't get the bonus 6 points. It plays out quite well, the game itself, especially when you've got 4 people, because it narrows down the amount of spaces you've got. Some spaces on board allow you to have 2 people at that same point, others only allow you to have 1. You've got that tactic of, do you jump 1 space, do you go here, do you go there, how far in front of the others go, do you try and stay behind people? You've got the thinking about your money. You might start off with 6 coins, it costs you 4 coins to have a meal, so to get the bonus 6 points at the end, do you save 4 coins? Or do you buy stuff in the shops on the way? Do you donate to the temples, hoping that maybe nobody else stops at the bank, stopping you from stopping at the bank, so you can get 3 coins back. Normally the gameplay takes about an hour, 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how quick you are and how good you know the rules. And there is a lot of fun to be had. I've got to say it, we've played this, like I said, a good a dozen or more times now, and each time we've all had a lot of fun with it. It's simple enough that with no dice to roll, everybody can understand the rules as you're playing. Okay, you may have to look at the rules to see what certain cards do again, what the characters' bonuses are, but they are, once you get to know them, the bonuses are underneath. They tend to be fairly self-explanatory and easy to understand. But yep, sometimes you may need to refer back. But otherwise, it's a move from point A to point B, collect coins, collect cards, pay for things on the way. As I said, there is the Crossroads expansion, which for some reason the rulebook for that isn't here, but that just uses extra cards. So again, more stuff at the shops, but they may give you extra bonuses rather than just coins and that. There are also some things that can take away from you in this other game. So, all in all, I think for £60, it's actually a nice little game, or a nice box. Compared to the standard version, like I said, I like miniatures, so having these little characters is great. The fact that you can if you really want to try and attempt to paint them, I do say attempt because I'm not that great. It gives people who like, fantasy games with, who like to collect war game miniatures and that. It gives them something to do. I'm playing it. I'm waiting to play it. The rules, okay, the booklet looks really large, but to be honest, it's not that intimidating once you've read it. And the board game, the artwork and that on the board, it's nice. It's nice and simple. It doesn't take long to set up once you've got the cards out. There's a Monopoly in that to me. Mousetrap, God, that game takes ages to set up. I like something like this, which is nice and simple. Only issue is, I find the box to be fairly large, so finding somewhere to store it, it's a bit awkward. But, we get out, we get on the coffee table, we have a play, have a laugh. In my opinion, it's a good game. If you've got a chance, if you've got spare £60, you like the board games, want something different, go out and buy it. Have a bit of fun. Well, it's a bit longer than I expected for the review on this. So, I better say, it's quite what I was saying. See you later.